Hello and welcome. So this is the Truth About Parenting video that I thought I'd do just whilst my son is out on a tree hunt. So today's video is going to be about school holidays. Now we've just had half term in the UK and I've got three more days and then it's back to school again next Monday. And I've just thought about all good places to go. Yesterday we went to Bockett's Farm, which is a really good place to go. It's near Leatherhead in Surrey, and there's lots to do there. You've got animals there, you've got outside play area and indoor play area, little cafe, inside and outside, and it's just a great day out. It was a little bit rainy yesterday, but we got through it, and it wasn't heavily raining, so we managed to still make a good day of it. The other place is at London Zoo. Now London Zoo, last time I went there was when Henry was 3 or 4 years old, and we went with his cousins and his auntie, and again we picked a really good day. Now some of the venues can be dictated because of the weather, but lots of them, especially at Chedington, have a raining policy. So if you do get a day where you go and it's tipping it down, it tips down for 2 hours or more, in some places you can get money off your next visit. So you know, if so just let you know that, because I used to work for a company that sold the tickets for places like Chesington, and that's one thing they used to put in place, was a rainy day scheme, that if it was rained all through your day out, depending on how long you were in the park, they would reimburse you by giving you a discount on the ticket or free tickets to come back. So just let you know that. And I mean, I don't tend to go places around the UK, even though that was something that, you know, we'll probably do, you know, later on at some point, because I do want to take him to the seaside again. And I've got to say, for a good, beautiful summer trip, is go to Bournemouth, because Bournemouth beach is lovely there. It's a sandy beach. The food around that way wasn't that great, so we would eat in the hotel, or you know, so there weren't much there in terms of food. But if I were to go there again, I probably would rent a place to stay rather than in a hotel. But it's finding the days really. But there's good things you can do indoors as well. You know, you can have say a movie night, take him to the cinema. I was looking into that to take Henry for the first time. He's never been to cinema yet. He's been to theatres. Oh, and we did go to a show in the Polka Theatre, and we're due to go and see the Gingerbread Man there soon. So you know, check places out like Polka Theatre, because they are a volunteer organisation that is shows for kids, and specifically for children, and they do many different shows for different ages. So if you're in this Polka, spelled Polka Theatre, and if you go onto their site and register, they will send you alerts about many of the shows that are on. So it's worth taking a little visit to there, and because you don't have to see a show to go into the Polka Theatre. They do have an indoor soft play. Well, they do in the one where I live in Wimbledon, and they have a sort of play area for small children, indoor and outdoor. So, and they have a nice little cafe where you can have a cup of coffee. So you know, it's you know, they're not highly expensive. They're really good things to do. I've never been to Alton Towers, even though I used to sell tickets for that as well. And it's really hard to promote a place if you've never been to, because there's also Blackpool. Now Blackpool probably wouldn't be a good time to stay there now, because of the high winds and near the river. Obviously they could experience flooding, so you know, that is weather restricted in a sense, because also you can't always go up to the top of the tower if there are really heavy winds, for health and safety. So places like that are really beneficial if you've got a good summer's day. But just bear in mind that if you book for those, often the tickets are non-refundable. So that's the only downside, and you can't book on the day for those venues. They couldn't when I was working for them. they are, you have to book the day before, but it is worth going. It is. But you can book tickets face to face at the Black Hotel. You just can't pre-order them on the day. So just let you know that. And they've got lots of things there. They've got a sea life centre. They've got the dungeons there as well, Blackpool dungeons. There's even a sea life there. So there's different things. Madame Tussauds as well. So if you want to check them out, you can. Weymouth have a good place, have a sea life centre. I've never been to that one. The one I go to is the one in London. Or they do have like a penguin area in Chesington Zoo. They have penguins there. But again, they sometimes, if this time of year, obviously not everything will be available. So you just have to bear that in mind. Okay, because lots of the parks don't open fully until about March. So you do have to put that in the equation. Now there are different kind of vouchers that you can get. There's the Virgin Experiences and Red Letter Days, but again, always check the policies and procedures, the terms and conditions, because again, especially with places like the Legoland Windsor, again, you can't book those tickets on the day. You can pay them there face to face, but to book anywhere like, well, it was when I was. Again, check them out. This may have changed because obviously I left that company in 2016, I think. So that may have all changed, and lots of it is booked online. But you can get, if you have a place at the BBC, you used to be able, or in the Armed Forces, you used to be able to get discount tickets for places like the Discovery Centre and Legoland Windsor and places like that. So look into that, because it could save you a hell of a lot of money. And obviously there's Kellogg's vouchers that they do yearly. Again, they have restrictions on them in terms and conditions, and if the park is fully booked, they're not guaranteed you'll be able to visit with those vouchers, because those are to buy tickets there and then at the attraction. Again, and that may have obviously changed now because things are advancing, but that's what it was like when I was selling tickets for those places. Now, the one place that is good is the South Bank. I love the South Bank in London. I've done many days and night videos, and I will pull some out actually, or do a new day and night for going up there, because if you go all the way up, you have quite a lot on in summer. And sometimes they do a festival up there, which children can go into, and you can have Pimm's Lemonade and food there. They normally have food stalls, but this is mainly at the weekend, not always during the week. So check those details before you go. And obviously you've got the festival hall that do shows, and so that's worth checking out. You can get a river boat. Obviously when it's fully windy, obviously you can't, because of for health and safety. But just because it didn't plan out, this time round, doesn't mean that the weather's always going to be the same. So sometimes it's a gamble. Sometimes it's worth it to take the gamble, or sometimes it's not. It's entirely up to yourself, and but it is good to go up there, and you can get a river boat to take you all the way up to Canary Wharf and back. So, and I've never actually done that yet, but it's something I am considering doing to St Henry. Because we've not really ventured up Greenwich way, so that's I've been there for ages from Greenwich, so I would like to go up there again at some point. But no, there's some great places you can go. There is you've got Whipslade Park, I think it's called, which is the other side of London. Now that is mainly a zoo. It's not. In terms of like rides and things like that, there wasn't much there, and that is all to see the animals, because they have penguins there as well. I can't remember what else I had there. I can't remember what else I had in that park, but it was worth going. Obviously you would book in advance, because that can sell out, because it is. I've never been there before until last year, and it was quite a trek. It was quite a journey, but we got there, and it was alright. It was a good day out. and I would definitely go there again. Not on my own, probably. Henry can be a bit of a handful, but it all depends on each day. His moods can fluctuate, you know. But you know, he asked to go to Pockets Farm, and I thought, okay, we'll take him, and we went about 1 o'clock, which was quite a good time actually, because lots of people would all the tickets in the morning were all gone and sold out. So the only time we got was 1 o'clock, but it was worth it actually to go at that time because the park did sort of empty out. And so, I mean, you know, if you're going to do it, take a spare pair of clothes and shoes because it can get very muddy. That's the only downside. And make sure you wash your hands. There's lots of places to wash your hands after you touch the animals, and you can feed some of the animals as well. So like the lambs that you can feed. And that was a good experience. And they have bunny rabbits, have guinea pigs, they have what else do they have there? They have what else is there? Oh, hens there. But yeah, it's a good day out on Pockets Farm, and I would like to take them to a football match as well because that's a good thing to do. We a couple of years ago we started going to, well, when I was with my son's dad, we would go to Leatherhead Football Club to watch a game of football, which was a good day out, or a good thing to do in the afternoon. So you could do something like that even, but again you may have to book in advance because obviously even though it's a small club, but with that you did get kids in for free though. When we used to go there and you didn't have to pay a penny, it was just another 24 quid basically for 2 adults. So if you go there on your own, the only ticket that you need to pay for in some of the clubs is yourself. So check that out as well. But that's good to go and watch non-league football, non-league club football. Well, not non-league, but lower league football, I like to call it. And you know, so that's worth doing as well. Because I would like to take Henry to see AFC Wimbledon, and the rugby league team that I used to support, and the London Broncos, have now moved to out of the Plough Lane. AFC Wimbledon is found. So I would like to book tickets to go to the Broncos again to take Henry to experience it. I don't know if all my friends that I knew from rugby will be there now because it has all changed and I haven't seen them in years. So who knows? But I would still like to take Henry to a game. I mean, if he doesn't like it, then we won't go again. But it's worth, you know, sometimes you don't know with kids. 1 minute they like something, next minute they don't. It can be hard to keep up with things, but you just, you know, you get used to it. And does it become easier? If you just sort of like, I was trying to get Henry to not push in yesterday, because he's not very fan of waiting and lining up, but he did line up in the end. But he, you know, he just thinks that if he sees something, he needs to go on it straight away. And no, you have to wait until it's other people's turn. And I made sure that he did that, you know. So, you know, it's worth it. Especially with a group of you. Obviously, some of the places like the London Dungeons, for example, will be age restrictive because it can be quite scary for younger ones. So, and then you've got the Shrek Adventure ride. Well, it's not called a ride; it's like a virtual bus tour thing. But it's I've never experienced that, but I know that when I took my nephews up there when I was with my son's dad. With his brother, I took them up there and they went into that and they had a good time. They actually thought it was really good, you know. Same with the dungeons. So, you know, it's good there. And then you've obviously got the London Eye, and you've got the aquarium, you've got the dungeons there. And if you go up to Baker Street, that's where Madame Tussauds in London is. So, yeah, there are things you can do, even when it's raining. You just have to often just be spontaneous and not let the weather get you down, you know. So, and now we have no more lockdown, touch wood, you know, it's going to be a lot easier to go to places again. So, so that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. It's back to school next week, so I will do more videos. And if you'd like to check out my parenting blogs, you can via going to the Parenting Adventures tipsandtricks.wordpress.com. Also write one of the parenting pictures of birth of my son.wordpress.com, and I do write many Google blogs as well. So so by the time you watch this video, though, it'll be Friday, because I don't publish any videos on Thursday, so this will go out tomorrow, Friday. So you've still got a bit of time, still got Saturday and Sunday to do things, but if you don't get time to do it this time around, then there's always next time. So many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.